Our last rule has to do with the power of a power rule for exponents. And you'll notice that this is structured a little bit differently. So for the previous two log rules, we had two numbers that we were putting together in a kind of symmetric way. In this rule, though, we just have one number x, and of course our base. And then we can take any real number power. And what this log rule says is, if we have a log of x to some power, that's the same as taking the power times the log of x. We can describe this as the log turns exponents into multiplication. So we only have an x, right? Our final log here, there's only one log in our final expression. So we'll write x is some power of the base, so the log of x is just that exponent m. We don't know what it is, but it's got to be something. That means that x to the power p, what we have in our log up here, well, that's b to the m to the p. And the power of a power rule says that that's b to the p times m. Notice I wrote the p first. That's okay. Multiplication's commutative. I can write those factors in either order. So the log of x to the p, then, well, x to the p is the base to the p times m. So the log of x to the p is just p times m. It's just p times the log of x, just the way we wanted it to be. Just like the previous rules, we can use this in both directions. If we have the log base 3 of x to the 5th, that'll be 5 times the log base 3 of x. We can also do this with roots. Remember, roots are just an alternate notation for fractional powers. If we have the log base 3 of the 5th root of z, well, the 5th root of z is just z to the 1/5. And if we have the log base 3 of z to the 1/5, well, that's going to be 1/5 times the log base 3 of z. We can also use this the other way around to rewrite as a power instead of multiplying a log by something. In this example, we have the log with no base. That means the common log. We have 3 times the log of x plus 1. Well, that'll be the log of the expression x plus 1 to the 3rd power. And remember that sums and exponents don't play nice together, right? If we wanted to work out x plus 1 to the 3rd, we'd need to do x plus 1 squared and then multiply that by x plus 1. We don't want to do that unless we have to, so we'll just leave it like that. But we can, the way we might describe what we're doing is pulling the power out of the log. That would be these two. Or pushing the power into the log. That would be this one. Okay, so now we have our 3 core log rules. Now we're ready to actually do something with them.